Imagine thousands of jelly-like invaders drifting toward a nuclear reactor, not in a sci-fi movie, but in the warm blue waters of the Mediterranean. And they weren't stopping for anyone. The summer of 2011 bathed the Israeli coastline in brilliant sunshine. Crystal waters, fishing boats, tourists. Life felt normal, predictable. Dominating the coastline near Hadera stood a testament to modern power, the Orot Rabin power station. Day and night, it worked tirelessly, providing electricity to homes and hospitals across the region. Like many coastal plants, Hadera had a critical need, a constant supply of cool seawater for cooling its nuclear reactors. Giant intake pipes drew colossal amounts of seawater every hour, circulating it through secondary systems to absorb excess heat. The pipes were fitted with screens to block large debris, but these defenses weren't designed for what was approaching. The first sign of trouble came from the sea itself. Fishing boats found their nets impossibly heavy. When hauled up, they weren't filled with fish, but with a quivering, slimy mass of jellyfish. Scientists monitoring coastal waters saw their data change dramatically. A massive biological presence was moving inshore. These were Ropilema nomadica, nomad jellyfish, an invasive species that had drifted from the Red Sea via the Suez Canal. They moved with the current, silent, graceful, and completely unaware they were about to pull the plug on an entire region's electricity. The sunbathers and sailors on the surface had no idea what was stirring below. The swarm reached the intake pipes. Millions of jellyfish were sucked against the filter screens, their soft bodies forming a dense, impenetrable mat. The jellyfish clogged the plant's intake pipes, which are essential for drawing in seawater to cool the reactors and turbine systems. This blockage forced the plant to shut down those sections of the intake pipes. A desperate battle began. Workers used high-pressure hoses, rakes and hooks to try and clear the jellyfish from the intake filters. They fought to dislodge the slimy creatures, but it was futile. For every 100 they cleared, 1,000 more were pulled in to take their place. They worked around the clock for 4 to 5 days. They removed and hauled out over 30 tons of jellyfish. The silent, brainless jellyfish had almost achieved what no human force ever had. They almost defeated a nuclear power plant. Local news outlets reported on the massive jellyfish swarm at the Orot Rabin power station, highlighting the potential threat to electricity generation. Experts warned that if the intake filters had remained blocked, the turbines could have overheated, causing power disruptions. Thankfully, swift action by the plant's workers kept the cooling system running, and electricity supply to the grid continued uninterrupted. The headlines captured the drama of the swarm, but ultimately, no outages occurred. The nomad jellyfish are themselves a product of human engineering. Native to the Red Sea, they entered the Mediterranean through the Suez Canal, a man-made waterway completed in 1869. They found the warmer, saltier waters of the eastern Mediterranean to be a perfect new home, allowing their populations to explode to invasive levels. This incident is not isolated. Around the world, jellyfish blooms are on the rise, affecting fishing, tourism, and power generation. Even a US aircraft carrier has faced similar shutdowns. These events force us to reconsider our relationship with the ocean. It's not a static resource, but a dynamic, changing ecosystem. A single jellyfish is harmless, but a billion of them, acting as one, can overpower our most sophisticated engineering. This story teaches us humility. The systems we build along our coastlines must be designed with greater understanding of and respect for the living ocean. And the threats are not limited to gentle, gelatinous invaders. Nature has many forces at its disposal, each capable of testing our ingenuity in different ways. In Hadera, the threat came from the sea, drifting in on the tides. But our next story takes us inland, to France in 1999, where the danger didn't drift. It roared in on a winter storm that would leave one nuclear plant underwater.